Hi, this is Sven at Manticore Arms, and today we're going to show you how to install the AUG enhanced port cover that we manufacture. First off, we've got our stock here. We've removed it from the gun. In the instructions it says you can remove the bolt carrier group to get it out of the way. You, in theory, could just cock the weapon and hold the bolt back, but we don't recommend that because if the handle were to slip, the bolt carrier group would come forward on your hand while you're installing it. So best recommendation is either take the bolt carrier group out of the gun, or even better, just take the stock off the gun. It's very easy, just pushing the cross bolt and removing it. So what we've got here is two components, an outer cover. That's the one with the label here. And you can see I have it upside down. It says Manticore USA, so you know where you got it from. It's aluminum, mil-spec anodized. And then we've got the inner cover here. One point I want to make that will be important later is we've got this lip here, you can see around it. That'll be on the inside of the stock. And then you can see how it's thicker at the bottom here and thinner at the top. The thinner portion will always be at the top, regardless of which side of the stock it is on. And the lip will always be on the inside, regardless of which side of the stock it's on. It's important. If you get this inverted, nothing's going to go together right. You also have two 832 by 3/8 inch screws and an included 3/32 inch hex wrench. So the first step here is on the stock. We're going to lift a bit of this plastic cover here. There we go. And off it comes. So this is just a piece of plastic with a little catch, a little groove on the inside around this piece. And you could hear and see this guy came out. You can see thinner at the top, thicker at the bottom, and that plastic engages there. So that's all that's covering the port. Get those guys out of the way. We are then going to take our inner port cover. That's the one with the lip and the thicker at the bottom. And what I find is easiest is either you can come in through the mag well with a hand or even reach through. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. And you're going to line it, and eventually things will line up here. There we go. All right, so we're going to press that into place. It's actually holding on its own just from friction. Most of the times it'll do that. You might have a stock, especially an older one, that it doesn't. I'm just holding it with my fingers here from the back side. You can see our two threaded holes. The other thing I want to point out is if it's oriented correctly, it's basically just below flush with this surface. And then we're going to take the top cover, and you'll notice actually there's an edge here, and our text is upwards. We're going to put it there. So that edge also catches in there. And there's a little bit of a gap between those two pieces. And the screws then, we're going to put in here. And what you want to do is tighten it down, but not all the way. That'll help everything kind of seat here, find its position. If you tighten one of the screws down really tight to begin with, it may not seat everything quite right. Things can move just a little bit. So there we go. We've got both sides tight, and we're going for hand snug here, firm snug. You can see it bends just a little bit. That'll be tight enough. And then we're good. The cover's now on. You can see from the back side, you can just see right there and there. That's the screws. They don't project through the cover all the way. They're flush with the back plate. And the way you'll know everything works good is put the guts back in your gun, charge it, make sure everything's moving smoothly. If you want, you can pop the bolt carrier group back out, make sure there's no marks or anything and there's no friction as it moves. If that cover is seated properly on the inside, the bolt carrier will move completely normally and you won't have any issues. So that is the Manticore Arms AUG enhanced port cover. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at info@manticorearms, and we'll be happy to help.